So it's finally here, the all-new Mercedes S-Class, a car that calls itself the world's best car and one that has always showcased what every car in the future will be doing. And with the rear wheel flexing and turning, you know that Mercedes has taken the game forward again. You see, the last 6 generations, each of them of the S-Class had something new that the world came to expect in all the other cars that followed forward. This 7th generation, the W223 if you will, is the biggest reset that you may have seen since the original in 1972. But in an age where electrification and luxury SUVs are taking over the world, I hope to find out that the new S-Class, is it still the best luxury car to buy in the world today? I'm super excited to find out, but before we do that, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comments below what you think of the all-new S-Class. Let's find out. You know, this new one is almost sort of holding back the luxury quotient. I would say it's very restrained in the way it looks. Soft curves, minimal creases, a roofline that you will not mistake for anything but the S-Class. One of my favorites is the flush door handles which open up. It looks really cool, I would say. And out in the front is things get a little more exciting because you've got the option of digital LED lights, which is almost 1.3 million mirrors in each and can light up to about 650 meters. The S also boasts of the class-leading 0.22 coefficient of drag, which makes it that much more slippery and that much more noiseless when you drive. Of course, the car has grown in size, almost 5.29 meters, and a lot of that has gone back to the rear passengers, almost 51 mm long. Step inside the back, which is where most weekdays will be spent being chauffeured around. You will be reminded of that book, Get Rich or Die Trying, because this interior will make you want to be rich. It blends luxury with traditional elements such as leather, glass, aluminium and wood so beautifully that it's just a wow interior. And the way it pampers you, possibly this edition with all the extras, there is no limit. And a quick pampering check while I'm sitting here should set the bar right, starting with the fact that you can adjust the rear seats, recline, decline, all of that. You also get the chauffeur package, which allows you to control the seat in front of you. You can go all full recline like a first-class lounge. You also get auto sun blinds, a beautiful sound system, sunroof on the top, active ambient lighting, which kind of changes with the mood or with the energizer function that you choose, lit seat belt buckles, and a first for the segment also is you get a rear passenger front airbag. It is, loaded to the gills in terms of safety as well. So the way the S-Class makes you feel so special in the backseat, you're sure that it's targeted towards business owners, CEOs, celebrities, industrialists who want to be transported during the daily grind in utmost peace, comfort, and just, of course, a sense of luxury. And what the S-Class for the first time has done is they've used acoustic foam, because this is a wonderfully quiet car. In terms of ride quality, air suspension all around, despite the 20-inch wheels. I'm almost gliding on the road with Whipple driving me around to the next location. Overall, you've got everything that you can control from here, including the rear tablet that allows me to control functions up front. In fact, there is a function on the rear screen where I can see how badly or how aggressively Whipple is driving. In fact, of the acceleration and the percentage, you can have a look here. And if it's too bad, of course, I can say, Whipple, you're fired.
Oh no.
So here's some trivia for all the audiophiles out there. S-Class features a mind-boggling 31 speaker per Mester 40 sound system. 31! I can only spot 7 here right now where I am, and it's got 8 exciters. Possibly what that means is playing a high bass song on the sound system, you can feel the bass from the surface of the seats on all 4 seats. It's insane. It feels like you're in a very immersive theater. And these 11.6-inch screens at the back can help you watch any of your TV shows through accessing the HDMI port through a Fire Stick at the bottom. We've also got tablets in all, the USB-C ports are peppered around the car. Overall, it is such a great place to be, and it's very easy to actually fall asleep, like I will demonstrate now. So being chauffeured is 11 on 10, but has Mercedes forgotten that on the weekends I'll be driving in front? Possibly not, because this is one of the most beautiful interiors I have sat in. Of course you get the AMG line steering wheel here, but the way traditional elements sort of mix with the beauty of wood, leather, the cocoon is simply brilliant. And here are 7 things I love about it. Starting with the polished wood and aluminium inlays on the dash. There's nothing quite like it, the way it blends traditional materials in this sort of beautiful fashion. The 12.8-inch OLED floating central screen with fingerprint sensor and the latest NDG7 MBUX. The full screen navigation display uses data from 5 cameras, 5 radar and 12 ultrasonic sensors to render a real-time overhead view of the car's position on the road. It's simply mind-boggling. In fact, when you turn the wheel of the car on the 3D image, it even reflects that. The S-Class's ambient lighting, what they call active ambient lighting, which uses 250 LEDs to give the nightclub vibe. Magnificent seats, pillowy headrests with 19 massage motors, and also the side bolstering when you're moving the car from side to side is really supportive. Saying "I'm stressed" to the Hey Mercedes voice assistant prepares you to be energized with neck warmers. And finally, the 12.3-inch instrument cluster with 3D effects. Can't really show it well on camera, but it is something to be experienced. But this also brings me to 3 annoying things that Mercedes could have avoided. Starting with the gimmicky touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel, which sometimes lead you to by mistakenly skip a track because you're driving. Second being the seat controls. They are really sort of like very rigid in terms of you don't get the right feedback whether you've pressed it hard for the seat to be controlled or no. So let's go driving. What we're driving is the launch edition of the S-Class, the S400D, featuring a 2.9 litre straight 6 diesel engine, pumping out a massive 700 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds. Does it in a very leisurely fashion, purely for what it's designed for, which is comfort mobility, so I think it's very well tuned to that. The transmission is a 9-speed auto gearbox. Suspension, of course, is adaptive suspension with the various driving modes, which is Eco, Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus, and the individual option. Goes over bumps really well. Overall, this is the car that also pampers the driver for the weekend if you want to drive. It's very nimble, especially with the rear 4.5 degree change in the wheels. It makes it really easy to maneuver. So what's the final verdict? Well, I'm not so sure whether it's the elegance of the design of the new S-Class, the suaveness of the way it drives, or simply the luxury quotient that you're surrounded with in this beautiful interior. I'm not so sure whether it's one or all of the reasons that make this one of the best luxury saloons on the market that you can buy, and definitely the best S-Class ever made. Despite it being over 60 lakh rupees more expensive than its closest German rivals, this has to be one of the most blockbuster luxury car launches, one that amalgamates design, technology into this traditional outlook of what we have come to believe of what a comfortable luxury car is supposed to be. Finally, if you've been saving up for this car, or have a rich dad, or been unaffected with the pandemic, go ahead. You will not regret signing up for a deeply, deeply satisfying experience in the all-new S-Class. Until then, I think in German they say, Auf Wiedersehen, whatever that means. Goodbye and drive safe.